Let's look at what we got here. The diagram shows a prism ABCDF. The cross-section triangle is ABC. We have a cross-sectional triangle there. We have an angle which is BEC, so we have a straight line there that's not drawn, so we need to draw it. So we have, let's call it CE. Let's try. Okay, and we also have here, so this angle exactly is 40 degrees, guys. It's 40 degrees. Okay, it is 40 degrees. And we've got that the angle is ACB, so this angle should be obtuse angle. This angle should be obtuse. And when we say obtuse angle, it's basically measuring more than 90 degrees. So it should be measuring the more than 90 degrees. Remember here in maths, everything they mention, it gives a clue. We have AC 6 centimeter. Anything they say, you're right. We have CE, it is 13 centimeters. So this is basically 13 centimeter. And the area of ABC, which is this one, is going to be 22 centimeters squared. Calculate the length of AB. Okay, so to calculate the length of AB, it's a non-right angled triangle. So we're gonna consider the sine ratio or cosine ratio. And we're gonna consider the area of a triangle, which is half times AB sine C. Guys, here we will start labeling and everything. But before we start labeling, let's just start labeling here, okay? So the angle we're trying to find is the one opposing to the unknown number, which is going to be this one. So we're going to call this one big letter C. And this one's going to be C small. And that one is going to be A small and B small. So as you can see, since I have the area, I can't get the value of the angle. If I have the area, I can get the value of angle when I have the other two sides. The thing is, I have only this side. I don't have this side. So what I gotta do is to use this to get through this. What do I notice? This is a rectangle, guys. So the degree here, we have a 90 degrees angle. So this is a 90-degree angle. So using the SOHCAHTOA or SOHCAHTOA ratio, I can get this value of BC. So which ratio we're gonna use here? Sine ratio. So sine 40 will be equaling the opposite, which is what we want to find, which is called A in this case, over the hypotenuse, which is 13. So A equals sine 40 times 13. So let's do that. Sine 30 times 40, 40 times with 13. The answer is going to be 8.356 23896. Remember, guys, do not round before the last answer. So what we're gonna do here, so we know the value of this side, so we need to get the angle, so we can try to get the value of AB, which is C in this case. So what we're gonna do in this case, guys, the thing is that we're gonna apply the rule of area of a triangle. 22 centimeters, which is gonna be the area of non-right angle triangle. It's gonna equal half times it with A, times it with B, times it with sine, obviously C. So half times it with the value of A. Now we have it is 8.356238926. Or just simply press A and S in your calculator. Okay, times it with what? Times it with the value of B, which is 6, and times it with sine C, which we are trying to find. All of this is equal to the area which is given in this question, which is 22. So I'm going to divide this by this to cross it off. So this can cross this off. So sine C will equal 22 over half times with the decimal number, which I'm going to write as A, and this is my calculator, times with 6. I'm not quite done with the value of C only. So it's going to be shift sign 22 over half times the width anus times with 6. Let's see what this gives us. Shift sign 22 over half times the width 8.356 238926 times it with 6. Here you go. The answer of C is 61.352736622. The problem is that my angle here should be an obtuse angle. Therefore, this angle won't work. So therefore, the only thing I'm gonna do or think of is to subtract from 180. So when you subtract this value by 180, so we're gonna do 180 minus ANS, which is gonna be 118.6472638. I'm not quite done actually. I have the value of the angle. Now I have the value of the angle, which is 118 this. Now I'm gonna have to get the value of AB. I have everything on my hand. I have all the sides and everything. So I'm gonna relabel now. Remember guys, since I went this side, I'm gonna call it A. And whatever opposing as an angle, we're gonna call it A capital. And this one is gonna be B or C, your choice. And the opposings are gonna be according to that. So we're gonna use the cosine rule like you have guessed. So we're gonna do the cosine rule, which is A squared, which we need to find, equals B squared plus C squared minus 2B cos A. So what is the value of A squared? Guys, there, we don't know the value of A squared, but we do know the value of B squared, which is gonna be here, let's say 6 squared, plus the value of C squared, which is gonna be 8.356. I'm gonna just write 8.356 squared minus 2 times with B. In this case, B is going to be, like I told you, 2BC, not just 2B. It's gonna be 2BC. Yes, so it's gonna be 2BC, 2B, which is gonna be it's gonna be 2BC. I just 2BC there times with cosine. So you have two C's there, okay? Now, the value of B, like I told you, which is 6, and C, it's gonna be 8.356. Okay, so let's do that here. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna times it with cos A. We don't know. We don't have. Yes, we do have it. It is what we got, 180 and something. Okay, so that's it. So we're gonna have the square root of all of this now. We plot on the calculator. So what we're gonna do in the calculator? We're gonna do square root of 6 squared plus 8.356 squared minus 2 times the width, 2 times the width, 6 times the width, 8.356 times the width, cosine the value we got, which is gonna be 118.647. Here we go. The value of A is going to be 12.4054 centimeter, but we need to go to round to the one decimal place. Okay, so it's gonna be 12.4 centimeter. That's my value. So a lot of things, but it's actually everything we took before, just needs analyzation and thinking. Thank you for listening.